Well, a very good morning to you. Something we don't often say when Barcelona are playing. Their first midday kickoff in Spanish time since Christmas Day 1965. It's all very festive here. It is the year of the snake in China. And, well, as you can see, it's about 4 minutes past 12 local time. All very laid back in Spain, but they've been celebrating the Chinese New Year. And, of course, Barcelona, a global club with supporters around the world tuning in. Victor Valdez in goal, who's Spain's #1 as well, one of 9 players on the pitch at the same time this week for Spain when they played against Uruguay in Doha. And it's a beautiful morning in Catalonia. The Getafe come here with hope in their hearts. They visited on 8 previous occasions. They've never won at the Camp Nou. And they've been going through a difficult time of late. They went 9 games without a win. But they have caused the odd upset at home over the years. Michael Laudrup masterminded a win in 2007, and they ended Barcelona's long unbeaten run in 2011. They've gone 7 months without defeat. On the bench, orchestrating tonight, is Jordi Roro, with Tito Vilanova away, still looking after his health. It's unusual, Terry, isn't it? It's a squint to see the game.
It certainly is. It does look totally different in the daylight, the new camp. You see Jordi Roro there. He has to take on the mantle now. He has to be the leader. He has to be decisive. I've seen a little bit tinkering around with the team today, I'm sure, in discussion with Tito Vilanova. When it comes to substitutions, it's really down to Jordi Roro now. They need a leader, Barcelona, to maintain this fantastic form they've shown so far this season. Getafe, on the back of a good win last week, they'll be coming here with a little bit more confidence and belief, but certainly it's still a difficult game for them.
Jordi Roro is saying that it will be a tricky game against Getafe. They were in the middle of the table, pressing Barcelona in the opening minutes of this game. Lionel Messi gets into his stride. David Villa restored to the side alongside him, but a good covering bit of defending there. Back to the goalkeeper, Codina. He's a Barcelona-born former Real Madrid goalkeeper. What a beautiful morning in Spain. It's a great advert for the tourist board as well, isn't it? Not a cloud in the sky, pure air, sellout crowd. They made it a family day, Barcelona, today as well. The members of the club have been allowed to get a free ticket for any children to come and attend.
It's Mehdi Larson with the slip here. Getafe had an attacking set piece. Not most top-class teams. It's a real threat on the counter-attack, Barcelona. Luis Garcia, the Getafe manager, will certainly be aware of that.
Just after midday in Spain, will Barcelona have Getafe for lunch? Song to Thiago. Iniesta wide to Jordi Alba. Roro, maybe under the guidance of Villanova's shaken the team up, the likes of Thiago and Alex Song starting. David Villa getting a rare start in La Liga, only his 8th of the season. Hardly weaker than though, Terry, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't. They have to guard against his complacency here. It's early kickoff, midday kickoff. See a little bit of sun on their back. Slightly different crowd to what they normally get here at the new camp.
This morning turns to afternoon. Barcelona get into their stride. The club changed their pre-match plans last night. They put them in a local hotel to get the body clock right. This is Piqué to Lionel Messi. Steadies himself. And then from the far side from Alexis, who is yet to score in La Liga this season. We did manage 2 last year against Getafe. Two of Barcelona's 4.
Seeing Kalunga pick up a little knockdown. Trying to run that off, but trying to see how they're lining up in attack. Abdul Kalunga would lead the line and Abdul Barada. Getafe and Luis Garcia certainly pleased to have him back from international duty, and Mehdi Larson in midfield. One or two other injuries. They've been severely depleted in recent weeks, but slightly stronger now. The return of those two players, Larson and Barada. Barada is the player that looks as if he's playing in the centre of attack. Kalunga, Diego Castro either side of him.
Before he lets that tackle go, Thiago tidies up. Now Piqué. Just a little knock to the ankle for Alex Song. I'm sure he'll run it off. Defence splitting pass. What a wonderful pass. Can it be finished off? Oh, it can perfectly. A relief for Alexis. His first La Liga goal of the season.
You've got half a chance of a striker of getting a chance in a game when you have a magician like Andres Iniesta in midfield. It's a sensational pass from the Barcelona midfield player. We're fully aware of all his talents and ability. This is absolutely phenomenal. Inch perfect, beats 3 defenders. It's a good run from Alexis Sanchez, an excellent finish as well for a player who hasn't been finding the back of the net on a regular basis. Shows good composure, just thinks it past Codina. But this pass, absolutely fantastic. Good first touch from Alexis Sanchez. Keeps his head, just knocks it past the advancing goalkeeper. The last thing Getafe needed, wasn't it? First attack from Barcelona, they concede a goal. Just 6 minutes gone.
Well, the pass from Iniesta was a work of art. There's Carlos Puyol, leaving it to Jordi Alba. Valdez. There's Thiago. Now Messi. So far away from another milestone. There seems to be one every game for Lionel Messi. He's on 298 goals. Jordi Alba flies it in there. And Messi was close to goal 299.
See, he's got a smile on his face. He's anticipating a number of chances coming his way again today. BBVA formed a good partnership with Jordi Alba whenever the two of them play together. Jordi Alba just fired the cross in pretty hard. It was difficult for Messi to control.
Well, Getafe haven't travelled well. They've lost 4 of the last 5 away games, haven't won in 5 away. And they conceded 4 at Real Madrid. Before that, 3 against Rayo. Before that, 4 at Valencia. Before that, 3 against Atletico Madrid. So they're rather leaky when they go away from home. Adriano gets caught out of position. Maybe the one weakness for Barcelona tonight, a left-footed right back. Iniesta to Alba. Messi. Piqué. The shadows have disappeared, but if there are any shadows, Getafe would be chasing them. Look at the sharpness of the passing from Barcelona. Alex Song. Drive it through midfield. Feeding Iniesta. Song effectively playing the part of Busquets tonight. Thiago deputising for Xavi, who missed the Spanish game in midweek as well. It's very much a case, as Alex Ferguson was saying this week, of balancing the games out for the players. Barcelona not in Champions League action this week. It's the week after that they go to Milan. His run was blocked there by Diego Castro. The referee, Senor Iglesias Villanueva, felt that it wasn't intentional.
shown an appetite there, Barcelona, to win the ball back really quickly. Getafe really find it difficult to string a couple of passes together.
Barcelona's last game, remember, was a draw against Valencia. They beat Osasuna, but before that they were defeated by Real Sociedad. In fact, they've only won 2 of the last 6 games, Barcelona. But the lead of La Liga is still a healthy 9 points. Ball over the top, and too much pace on that for Diego Castro.
He can be a threat on his day, Diego Castro. He used to claim the handball against Borja Fernandez. It did strike the arm of the player.
Good to see Eric Abidal watching the game today. He's had to return to hospital this week for more tests, but it does appear that his health is good. He's a prime seat alongside Xavi. Getafe will try to play football. That is their style. It's a team that has been put together pretty much on a shoestring. They do well. They bring in some excellent coaches and give them a chance. Michel was here. Michael Laudrup beat Barcelona back in 2007 when he was the manager. Ben Schuster made his name, and before that, Quique Sanchez Flores. Club that operates on a tight budget. Okay, letting the ball roll back to Victor Valdez. There's Song.
They're trying to play 2 up front, Getafe with Colunga and Morata, but they just didn't have to work harder at stopping the Barcelona defenders knocking the ball around at the back. And 2 players are in attacking positions. It's quite straightforward. You can split, you can close down, try and deny the back 4 of Barcelona any real time and space to play the ball into midfield. That's what they're looking to try and achieve. That Valdez has to resort to striking the ball long.
Safety first header from Carlos Puyol. Signed another contract at the club, the leader of the pack. Miguel Torres wiping the sleep out of his eyes. Holds the ball into the area. Puyol's header. Adventurous, let's call it that, overhead kick from Barada. There's Colunga. PK. It is noticeable that Barcelona are taking no risks at the back at all today. Sometimes they do try to freestyle their way out of defence. Thiago. Now Iniesta. Alba bombing down the left-hand side. Iniesta. Which run will he take? It's a brilliant run in there. Comes to Messi! Again. Goal 46 of the season for the mini genius.
And again, it's a wonderfully crafty goal involving another genius that plays for Barcelona, Andres Iniesta. No one's picking him up in that central midfield role. If you give Iniesta any time and space, even the slightest bit of time and space, he'll punish it. You see here, look, totally unmarked. Now to get his head up, inch-perfect pass into the run of Thiago, little layup for Messi. His left foot, Messi certainly isn't going to miss from there. There's 2 attempts, 2 goals for Barcelona, 1 for Alexis and 1 for Lionel Messi. And both assists have to go down. It's a good run from Thiago, it's a good layup to Messi, but again it was the pass that opened up the defence.
Well, now there are people out there that actually do dedicate their lives to keeping statistics on Lionel Messi, so if you're on Stat Watch, that's goal 299 of his career. He's now scored in 13 La Liga games in a row. There's a whole encyclopedia we could write.
Yeah, I do try to keep up, but I gave up about 2 years ago.
Well, he came fearing the worst. There's Garcia. and his team are rather been used as fodder by Barcelona. They knock him down, but he gets back up again. Chumbawamba moment.
They look in the mood, Barcelona.
Yes, he takes the free kick quickly. They fear for Getafe that they're just playing for pride now. They have to regain their discipline and their shape and control Barcelona. Victor Valdez seeking a shutout is still conceded 5 goals more than Willy Caballero at the start of this weekend's games. And the chase for the Golden Gloves, the Zamora Trophy. Messi has edged even further ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo. 35 goals in La Liga now for Messi. Ronaldo scored his hat-trick last night, didn't he? He's on 24. Another excellent performance from Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think we've seen the Iniesta show this morning. Look at this for a touch. As you like.
Here's Son. Puyol breaking the boredom of Victor Valdez. Piqué. Thiago. They make the game look so simple. Messi shuffles the ball to Iniesta. Son. Thiago. Cheeky little pass for Alexis Sanchez. Massive weight off the shoulders of Sanchez getting that lead goal. He's huffed and he's puffed, but he hasn't gotten a goal in this season.
There's no doubt they need goals from the wider positions, the likes of Alexis Sanchez, David Villa, Pedro. Certainly hasn't stopped him having a great first half of the season, but it would be more than helpful for Villanova and Jordi Aurora to have the wide players contributing towards the goals. So, of course, they're not going to match Lionel Messi when it comes to those standards, but at their best, Barcelona normally have 3 prolific strikers. Just finding the right combination, and certainly will be a help to them to have all of the players confident amongst the goals for the rest of the season, which is certainly the most important part of the season now approaching. We've all felt pretty bad on a Sunday morning, stroke midday. It's going to be a long match for Getafe. Luis Garcia.
Well, they do look as though they've got the Sunday blues. The Getafe bench and thrown into this game. It's like getting thrown into some very hungry lions. To splay the kick-off times around in Spain, don't they? It does look as though the Liga Clasico isn't going to be played on a Friday night, as Real Madrid had requested on the 1st of March. Suggestions it will be played on the Saturday, but fears for us that it may be a 4 o'clock Spanish time, 3 o'clock English time, which may preclude it being shown live in the UK. I'm starting a petition. Here's Adriano. Getafe throw. There's Gary Lamb. Is it for Son? Son's having an immense game in the centre of midfield. Just like Busquets, who often plays that part, is in the wars as well.
It's not the first challenger we're going to see from Diego Castro. Son might just slightly rolled his ankle there.
Mr. Summers recruit from Arsenal, 90 million euros he cost. He hasn't fully kind of established himself at Barcelona. That's the great thing about Villanova's squad. He can swap and change. He does have a definite starting 11. So maybe only for the big games. There's a man who never misses a match. He's in the mood, Lionel Messi. Oh, what a fantastic tackle that was by Lopo. He stood his ground, and then it was perfect.
Showed all his experience there, didn't he, Lopo? It really was a mismatch. Messi run with the ball from deep. The 32-year-old century earned a bit of wonderfully timed tackle. Needed it, didn't it? Past Lopo. Messi was in on goal again. The sort of different positions that the Barcelona players pop up in that really do cause teams problems. I can't be critical here and say someone should be picking up Iniesta, but he moves about swiftly all over the pitch. Messi drops deep, he takes up different positions. David Villa is now centre forward when Jordi Alba then can play left wing, and it's a real difficult task for a team that obviously haven't got the quality of players to match Barcelona.
It's like an astronomer trying to write down where the shooting stars are going. You can't plot the runs.
See Borja Fernandez and Midi Larson there. They've got no one to mark. They're looking around, and in the centre of midfield, there wasn't a Barcelona player there.
It's perpetual movement from Barcelona. It's a great ball to Jordi Alba. Now Iniesta. On the far side, Adriano on his dangerous left foot. Lionel Messi on his famous left foot. Messi to Villa, to Messi, and to Lopo in the way again.
We're all turning on the style now in the attacking third of the pitch. All the players seem to make the right decisions all of the time. A great little back heel from David Villa.
It was clever of Herrera as well to make that pass because Alba was offside, so it was quick thinking from David Villa. Messi's corner. Iniesta. Can you imagine people at home, Terry, just coming down the stairs? Kicking on the slippers, getting the Sunday papers ready, and then what a wonderful surprise to find that Barcelona are in mid-morning action from UK time. Quarter of the game gone. Alexis and Messi the scorers if you've just joined us.
The referee could have done David Villa a favour there because he thought it was handball initially, but the referee didn't give it, and tore off a couple of defenders before the referee eventually blew. Good work from Adriano, good work from Lionel Messi, and even better work here from Lopo. Times he's tackled to perfection.
The referee gives the free kick and took the advantage away. So Borja, who was chopped down by Adriano. A kiss and make up, literally. It is Valentine's week after all, isn't it? It's good clean fun so far, family entertainment on family day at the Camp Nou.
Glad you reminded me, Rob.
It's PK said around. Borja. There you go, Castro squirming. He's pulled PK out of the centre. Alba's in there as well, but they make little ground. Getafe. Side, the referee's assistant signals on this near side. Adventurous early ball from Victor Valdes. That was Route 1 football Barcelona style.
Yeah, they're just hoofing it now. It's never going to get them anywhere. Obviously he tried to hit it with a bit of style out towards the right wing. Completely miskicked it.
Thiago. Son. Looking for movement. Jordi Rowe applauds the pass there of Son. That was that wonderful pass early in the game. Brilliant from Iniesta. Pinched home by Alexis. And then the same man, the brains behind the second goal. Iniesta, the creator. Messi, as always, the finisher. I don't think there's any way by fair means to stop Iniesta in this mood.
They have to get players closer to him, though, don't they, in those positions? They know how dangerous he is. Slightly naive of Getafe. As I said earlier, they change positions and so frequently in the spell of one attacking play, Barcelona, and it is difficult for players to pick up individual opposing players, but it's something you have to do when it comes to that area of the pitch.
Here's Iniesta. Untouchable. Adriano to Thiago. Jordi Alba. Barcelona's 38th game of the season, and they just don't appear to tire. Alexis. Messi. It's cruel on Getafe, this. Messi is teasing, tantalising and toying with them.
Skidoo eventually wins the ball back, Getafe, but not for long.
Thiago has a run. Alexis lays it off. Messi plays it back into the path of Alexis, who has a little turbocharge. The danger hasn't got away. Alexis of Getafe goes in strong. He's actually come off worse, the defender of Barcelona. He'll just hold the ball up to allow him to get back on his feet. Very sporting of them. And now they turn it on again. Villa's cross. Messi with the overhead kick. Now Alexis. Did little Messi think he was then? Pele?
Yes. Just amazed with that attacking play that there wasn't an end product. There wasn't. We've won the ball back so many occasions there.
And David Villa's in the wars. And Getafe very sportingly. Slow play down, allow him back on his feet. And he switched through the gears again. That wasn't a bad little pass if Columba had been a little more aware. Son. Long to Jordi Alba. Yeah, to Messi. Somehow he came away with the ball despite three players all trying to tackle him at once. But there's anything desperate for Messi. He's just tying his shoelace. To getting restless. It's 14 minutes since we had a Barcelona goal.
This is relentless attacking play from Barcelona in terms of possession, and they're being so incisive as well. They're not just content to keep the ball around the halfway line. They're always looking for that pass to beat the defence, get in behind defenders.
Alba. Iniesta. He's tracked all of the way by Diego Castro, shall I say. Thiago. Iniesta to Messi. Then the Messi side another new deal this week. 15 million euros a year is basic. There is a buyout clause if there are clubs out there willing to take him on. The buyout is set at 250 million euros.
Instead of basic, 15 million euros. Pretty basic.
That's without his boot deals and everything else. That's a little flick, and Valdez casually watches the chip from Kalunga flying over his bar.
He's an imaginative player, Adrian Kalunga. Goes for the little chip over Victor Valdez. Valdez, quite frankly, wasn't off his line enough for the chipped effort from Kalunga. The back four, Getafe, are really digging in. They're being aggressive, defending as well as they possibly can. And we see it was a fantastic cross from BBVA. This is an attempt at an overhead kick. It's just a long spell of attacking play. Alexis, Borja Fernandez combined.
In came Messi on the blind side, catching everybody by surprise.
And he knows he should have scored. Alexis Sanchez.
It was a nothing pass into the area. And Messi's speed of thought and speed of feet almost brought him a second.
Tried to be so precise, didn't he, as well? I don't think he was aiming to hit it in off the far post. Just inches out, a fraction out, making it 3-0.
Pass from Diego Castro. It's hard for Luis Garcia to be critical of his team. They're playing to their maximum. What they can do is contain Barcelona.
No one's yet made a tackle on Iniesta, who's spraying the ball about all over the place. As I said, the back four are digging in, doing as well as they can. They could do with some help from midfield. I think there probably are too many players in attacking positions for Getafe. The two midfield boys need assistance. In all honesty, Getafe are not going to get back into this game, are they? So it should be a damage limitation exercise now for Luis Garcia.
Jordi Alba. Who does he select this time? Well, he fouled to David Villa. He rushed his shot a little.
And again, it's a feature of the play of Barcelona, isn't it? David Villa knows that Jordi Alba loves to raid down that left flank, so he's quite content to tuck himself in, get himself back in his old centre-forward position. Good movement. Gets him a little bit of space away from Alexis.
Some more animated Jordi Rura tonight as well, isn't it? The first couple of games he was in charge, he just sat there and obviously followed the instructions of Tito Villanova, but he seems to be getting a little bit more involved tonight.
And that's good to see. He has to. I mean, it isn't totally necessary in this match, but Tito Villanova was the assistant Pep Guardiola. I'm not sure what Jordi Rura was doing last season. He elevated to assistant manager of Barcelona alongside Tito Villanova, and then within a space of a few weeks, a couple of months, he's now finding himself the leader of this team. Helped by some leaders on the pitch, it has to be said. But every team needs a manager that can lead, make decisions.
Lassen comes away with the ball, promising this from Getafe, and then it all falls down at a vital moment. Lassen is back in the Getafe fold after African nations duty with Algeria. It's forgotten about, they finished bottom of their group, Group D. Carlos Puyol, who this week celebrated his 100th cap for Spain. Of course, is Ashley Cole, but Carlos Puyol does have a Euro winners medal and a World Cup medal at home to show for his 100 appearances. Piqué at least prevents the corner. For this fashionable long throw, Piqué heading the ball away. They sometimes lambast Tony Pulis' Stoke City and say you wouldn't find that in Spanish football. Well, I think Tony can point to Getafe and say, well, they've stolen an idea from the Potteries. Almost 35 minutes gone of our lunchtime kick-off coming up this evening, 6:30 UK time. Athletic Bilbao Espanyol on Sky Sports 1 HD, followed by Rayo against Atletico. That's the 8 o'clock kick-off. Monday night, internet offering Betis against Valladolid, 8:30 start, and we look back at all of the goals of the weekend on Revista on Tuesday at 6. Great run this from Adriano. There's a slip in the centre from Alexis as he chased for position.
Thiago does well, because you think he's lost it. Ball finds its way to Adriano. This occasion, I think he makes the wrong choice. Messi had pulled back towards the edge of the box for a clear cutback, unmarked. Tactics from Luis Garcia have been slightly naive. It's almost a 4-4-2. And Abdel Barada is being asked to drop back slightly deeper, but he's almost playing upside along Kalunga. Gavilan on the left, Diego Castro on the right. That's right in midfield too. Borja Fernandez and Mehdi Larson have got no chance. They're completely outnumbered. Said they haven't made enough challenges in that midfield area. It's because they can't pick a player to go and challenge.
It's very hard for them to get anywhere close to the Barcelona players, isn't it?
It's just the two of them. It's almost impossible.
But he sticks to a position, sticks even to a zone. Always moving and evading. Babysitter 75% of the possession for Barcelona. Lionel Messi seeking his second of the game. Can they chop him down? They can't get the ball off him. Look at that, cuts it inside. Now David Villa. Messi wants it back. He gets it back, but he can't finish it off. He's a young man who plays football with a smile on his face every game.
There was rumours, wasn't there, of a breakdown in the relationship between these two players, but I don't see it anymore. I think it was just one of those things that was highlighted in that one particular game. David Villa on 2 or 3 occasions tonight has tried this morning, this afternoon, has tried to set up Lionel Messi.
I did slip in a tonight earlier on as well, you didn't notice it. This afternoon, Spanish time. PK. And ball over the top, a game which is being watched, of course, around the globe. Had Chinese celebrations for the Year of the Snake before the game. Good children from Barcelona's Chinatown leading the players out. Lays the ball back. Disheveled Barcelona defence here, and first save of the day for Victor Valdez. Towards the former Real Madrid man with a shot. Here's Iniesta. Oh, it's a horrible tackle. The referee gives Barcelona the advantage, though. I don't think Lopo's going to escape a caution. This is Alexis holding off the other Alexis, and does the referee go back? Surely he has to. That's a terrible tackle. Lopo Garcia, the first player to receive a yellow card.
I said that the two central defenders in particular have been aggressive. It's a tackle from Lopo that's David Villa's been lucky to ride and avoid serious injury.
It probably goes back to a previous between the two of them. I'm sure David Villa must have embarrassed him in a game they've played over the years. Roberto Lopo, 32 years of age. He's a Barcelona boy, but he played for the other team in town, Espanyol. Alba. Messi turns into trouble. Messi comes away with the ball. Too much on the pass for David Villa. Villa made his 86th appearance for Spain this week in the win against Uruguay. One of the Barcelona contingent came back on a team jet with Sandro Rosell from Doha. Got back several hours ahead of the rest of the national team party, and of course direct into Catalonia as well. All part of the immaculate preparations that Barcelona go through. Now David Villa. This is Messi. Pulls it back in. There's mayhem in the defence, but Cadena is happy to just fall on the ball. We edge towards half-time. Messi and Alexis, the scorers for Barcelona in this high noon kickoff. They really do spread the games over the weekend. Saturday afternoon, Saturday tea time, Saturday evening, Sunday lunchtime, Sunday afternoon. Different times on a Sunday night. Castro's in trouble now.
They're committing one or two more fouls now, aren't they? And that's a cause of having to chase the ball entirely the first half. So Lopo get booked, now Diego Castro. I think they're slightly getting away with it at the moment. Getafe just being the 2 goals behind.
They can't afford to snap, and they can't afford to lose a player either. They've had a bit of a disciplinary problem this season. They've had 5 red cards. Piqué. Now Son. Iniesta to Alba. He's got in possession. Colunga's on the march. Out by Jordi Alba. He all drives out of defence. Thiago. Iniesta. Thiago to Messi. Excellent turn, holding it off. Oh, will it squeeze in? No, not quite. Thiago on the sharp end of a brilliant run from Alexis.
Certainly was. They picked the right time and to make the right pass. Great movement off the ball. And Thiago deserves credit as well. He didn't stand on ceremony in midfield. He was involved in that build-up and made a driving run right into the 6-yard box. Alexis Sanchez does well to hold off the attempts of Escudero. Thiago out, a yard from goal, central midfield player. Colunga with a pass to Barada. We'll see eventually Diego Castro. Not exactly stinging the hands of Victor Valdez, but a shot on target for Getafe.
So. This is what they do regularly this time of the day, Barcelona. They've just played keep ball. Every ball in, uncomfortable for Lopo. Just be delighted to get to their half-time cup of tea. Getafe 2 goals down. Just a single minute regulation time to endure. There's a free ball there for Alexis. All of the defenders left it, and he had a chance. logical turn from David Villa. Now Iniesta to Villa. The tackles are coming in strong on David Villa. Sun capture in this magnificent stadium. Supporters as far as the eye can see. 28,000 fans enjoying the fun in the sun. First time I met Bobby Robson, he took us out onto the pitch, had a look around this stadium and said that it was like managing in front of a small city. He also then added to Bobby that if they lost, it would be howling for his head, but no danger of the Barcelona management these days. It's another masterclass from the league leaders. Valdez, a couple of saves, but to the other end it's been Alexis who's got a great goal. Lionel Messi as well, as Iniesta has been orchestrating events. 2-0, half-time. Now Piqué and co squinting in the sun over in Barcelona. Half-time scoreline, Barcelona 2, Getafe 0. Barca have had to make a change at half-time. Adriano took a knock in the first half, so they've switched one Brazilian fullback for another. Dani Alves comes on to the right-hand side. And well, Barcelona to make a substitution. Terry hardly weakens them. In many ways, this strengthens them.
No, I think they've swapped one Brazilian right winger for another Brazilian right winger, rather than a fullback. Certainly, there's very little difference between Adriano and Dani Alves, and possibly Dani Alves more attacking than Adriano.
Alves getting his first touch on the shady side of the field. Here's Son through the legs of Borja. So off the ball incident now. Free checks with his assistant, who appears not to have seen anything. It's Lionel Messi. Who went down.
It's Lopo.
Yeah. Lopo, the player who was booked in the first half. It was a delayed reaction from Messi. Barcelona, of course, have a free midweek, which is a rarity for the top clubs in Europe at the moment. As to Alex. Involved on Saturday night. They've put their second leg of the Copa del Rey off until the final weekend of February. It's going to be some week. Copa del Rey semi, and then they play each other, Barca and Real, in La Liga as well. Iniesta, no signs of Barcelona letting up in this incredible title charge. Maybe that they've tinkered with the team today. Thiago and Son come into the side there, and Alexis, so the strikers are keeping little Messi company. So Fabregas and Mascherano, Pedro, Spanish internationals watching from the bench. Thiago, Iniesta, who's the creator of both of the Barcelona goals. Alexis, Alves, Son quickens the pace. He's typing in left, right and centre. The referee gives a free kick against Thiago. It's Lopo, who has committed a few fouls, who's the victim this time. No, it was the outward challenge from behind, raking his Achilles.
Certainly Thiago looking to make the most of the opportunity. He's had lots of playing time this season. Still a very young player, 21 years of age. Has all the attributes to be a wonderful player for Barcelona in midfield. Still very much learning his trade.
Iniesta. Now Messi. Spare man is Alves. Alves teases the ball, an easy header away by Lopo. Barcelona back in the faces, though, of Getafe. Now goes off. It's a great point you made. It was number 2. If you're to draw a team sheet, it would be right back, but only for the kick-off for the first and the second half, I guess. And the kick-offs and the restarts of the goals.
If you did one of those graphs and touches based on where Dani Alves touches the ball, it will all predominantly be in the attacking half of the pitch. Likewise for Jordi Alba. That's how Barcelona play. They like to get the full-backs on, and those wide attacking players play slightly more infield, going to an inside forward position. And Messi might drop deep. As a centre-half, you're not sure whether you're marking today Alexis Sanchez, David Villa, Lionel Messi. So it's really difficult for Getafe, difficult for most teams that come here and play in this stadium to deal with that.
Luis Garcia, I was going to say warming his bench up, but in Barcelona it's a pleasant day. Going through the limbering exercises. Sarabia and Alcacer could maybe lend some creative influence. Young and old here today. It's family day at the Camp Nou. I suppose it's one of those difficult games for the tourists who come to see Barcelona to get a ticket for the game. They've made all of the members, I'll give them a deal for the members to allow them to bring their children for free today, and all the tickets were snapped up. I think yesterday the ticket office closed. There are only 42 tickets available for the game. Well, look, if you've gone to Barcelona for the weekend hoping to get a ticket to see this global entity. Gavilan. Now Lass. Now Piqué. Wins the ball cleanly, precisely. Barcelona play their way out of defence. Thiago. Iniesta helps it on. Messi sees the run from Alexis. But a poor pass from Lionel Messi.
Good covering run there by Mehdi Larson. He was averted of danger. One source of danger from Barcelona. Enabled himself to cut out that pass from Lionel Messi. Clean sheet under the order of the day, though, from Victor Valdez and Piqué and Puyol in particular. It's their responsibility.
It's the only downside to part of the season, isn't it, that they've not been as mean defensively. Only 5 clean sheets so far in La Liga. Kalunga. Was he kicked by Piqué? In the eyes of the referee, no, and his partner Carlos Puyol tries the ball out of defence. This is Iniesta. Puyol's gone into a centre-forward position.
Just as I was mentioning, the priority would be to keep a clean sheet.
You know the aim is just outscore the opposition. Iniesta. Tiptoes along that line, and it was a great tackle to stop him, it has to be said.
Mehdi Larson again. It's the second time he's been able to thwart real danger from Barcelona. We're joking, knowing that Puyol has made that forward run, but we know that Song will just take Puyol's position at the back. An excellent challenge there for Mehdi Larson.
Larson, a typical Getafe signing, was a free transfer from Racing Santander. The referee has a little local difficulties to sort out. The 2 big boys getting a ticking off. Garcia and Telemann, who's towering over even him. Gerard Piqué. Easy header away by Barada. Not the worst we're going to see.
I was going to say, we normally see a lot worse than that. Both players did look nonplussed, didn't they, when the referee was telling them to break it up.
Carlos Puyol is always rotating. It seems 360 degrees. Amazing peripheral vision. Has to know exactly what's going on around him. Son. Alves with Alexis to his right. Messi. Thiago. Messi. 8 behind the ball for Getafe.
Messi and Alves try to beat the 8 defenders on their own. It's not been as fluent in the second half so far, in all honesty, for Barcelona.
Sometimes managers can blame making wholesale changes on their team, not playing to their maximum. Barcelona effectively have half of the reserves out here tonight. This morning, good day. We're just going to say good day. Become very Australian about it, Terry. Into the habit of saying good tonight. This afternoon, it's a great ball taken by Castro in the centre. Little step over. Castro's short comes off the rear of Puyol. That's the first touch of the second half for Victor Valdez.
Don't worry, Rob, I don't think we're alone. I think there's probably some of the Getafe defenders don't know what time of the day it is as well.
10 minutes gone in this noon kick-off Spanish time, 11 o'clock in the UK. Sneaking one into the calendar every week in Spain. Just the 85,000 inside the stadium today, then. You can't have set the alarm clock. Iniesta to Messi. It's miraculous the way he comes away with the ball.
I think there was a foul in there somewhere. They're sticking to the task, aren't they? Particularly the back four. I think they're getting a little bit more support now. Two midfield players are not straying away from too far from the two central defenders. Larson and Borja Fernandes looks as if they're playing slightly deeper now, trying to compact that area. It was too open, there was too much space for Iniesta in particular in the first half.
Messi. Iniesta. Ball. Turbocharged from Alba, comes to Lionel Messi. Oh, doesn't score this time. Danger doesn't go away, and there are bodies being thrown in the way. David Villa. Oh, good defending. Credit to Getafe. Manfully keeping Barcelona out for now. Ferocious tackling and blocking from the side from Madrid.
I'll tell you what, though, Barcelona putting their foot in as well. Some picking up a booking. He's pretty much the enforcer of the team today. See the challenge there. He's just about falls away from going with real force just in time. Jordi Alba out. Messi takes the touch, completely skips around Miguel Torres, but a couple of really good blocks from Alexis. Could easily have given this up. The Getafe defence and goalkeeper. Alexis Sanchez there takes it off the foot of David Villa, who's probably better placed to finish that off.
Iniesta to Messi. Jordi Alba. Inch perfect. Villa. Yet another brilliant Barcelona goal. Well, that's what the young supporters have come to see. Barcelona at their very best, picking apart Getafe. Villa, with his name on the score sheet, been very much a team effort.
Yeah, that's a popular goal, isn't it, from a popular player here. All around the place, all the supporters put. He's a really popular player, he's popular with his teammates. Iniesta involved again, sprays it out wide to Jordi Alba. Fantastic pass. It's a borderline offside decision. David Villa just about gets it right. That's how he plays his game. On the shoulder of the last defender whenever possible. Once he gets in this position, all the traits of a fine centre-forward come into play. He makes no mistake, but chooses the right finish past Codina.
Back on the scoring trail. That's his 10th goal of the season in all competitions. And a few managers out there looking enviously at that. He was linked with many clubs in the transfer window. Barcelona made it clear that they were never willing to trade him. Must be putting 2 and 2 together because he wasn't getting a game week in, week out. He may want to leave, and also believing the stories that will be put about a fallout between he and Lionel Messi. Maybe magnified by some Spanish journalists.
Mischievous, Rob.
They are. Jordi Alba to David Villa. The latest speculation amongst the Spanish press is that Villa may be heading to Madrid to play for Atletico if, maybe when, Falcao is sold on. Iniesta. Messi. Iniesta again, or can he top an immaculate performance with a goal? Any other team, any other time in footballing history, then we'd be lauding Iniesta as maybe the greatest midfield player ever. He has had a sensational season. Problem is, in this league, he plays third billing to Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's always a pleasure to watch Iniesta, particularly when he's in great form. On that attack there was 5 Barcelona players in the 18-yard box. You try picking that lot up if you're a defender, midfield player. Tracking runs, trying to keep an eye on the ball, keep an eye on the movement off the ball between other players.
Espanyol. Imagine this is an inspiration for the Premier League players preparing for their big games this afternoon as well. What a great tackle that was from Carlos Puyol. The birth certificate says he's at the veteran stage of his career, but he just kind of sauntered back a little bit like an old man. But when the ball is there to be won, he's ferocious as a teenager. Dani Alves. Song. This is Thiago. Villa to Alba. Nobody in the penalty area. Still trying to build a goal, not like that. Lassen tidies up for Getafe. At the moment, it's an achievement if they can reach the halfway line. Iniesta. Flips it in. Messi's there, but not enough workspace for Lionel Messi.
Don't say it very often, do we? That was a poor first touch from Lionel Messi. I'm going to take the opportunity while I can.
You're harsh. Going to show some of your videos, Terry. See what he has to say.
He hasn't got a video machine, I'm sure of it.
To be fair, they are in Betamax. Barcelona supporters cranking up the noise. Crank up a 4th goal. Here's Messi. And well, he just takes the dew off the grass. Simple save for Codina.
Anyway, he's made a bursting run from the wide right position. Totally not picked up. The first sign that Getafe now have really sort of thrown the towel in a little bit. Never defined. 2 goals behind. See Luis Garcia making a change to. Just going to try and say, perhaps shore up the defence and midfield, but it's Pedro Leon, who's an attacking player.
Alba. Lionel Messi chasing the loose ends. Point out a play by Lopo, and it is down on the touchline. Pedro Leon, who's going to come on, the former Real Madrid player. Remy Gavilan passing on the captain's armband. Put in a shift in the centre of midfield player. And Pedro Leon will be his replacement. Long time out, he's been suffering with injury recently. Leon has had a knee problem. Just sidelined him since December. But a chance for the former Spanish under-21 international to get some match practice. And of course, they don't forget that he was a Real Madrid player here, and he gets the welcome boos. Alba is slipping and sliding everywhere, containing Barcelona. It's the 22nd time this season in the 38 games they've played that Barca have scored at least 3 goals in a game.
It's important today as well. It's the front three who are responsible for all the goals so far. Seen the success in recent years of the Messi, Pedro, Villa trio. A few years before that, it was Messi, Eto'o and Henry. So I think it's important that they do get all 3 attacking players scoring on a regular basis, rather than just Lionel Messi.
Iniesta. David Villa. It's every 10 minutes they give a touch for Victor Valdez. The last time was on the 55th minute. 65.5 minutes gone at the Camp Nou. Barcelona leading Getafe by 3 goals to 0. Son. Iniesta. Messi draws defenders. Thiago to Messi. Magical. Iniesta's touch. Good defending though by Lopo. There's Pedro Leon. He's going to find it difficult to get into the pace of the game, isn't he?
And I guess the purpose of these performances will be the fact he has been out injured. Almost 30 minutes of playing time. He's an important player for Getafe. As I said earlier, they've been missing Barada, Mehdi Larson, Pedro Leon. 1 or 2 other injuries, but now they're getting those players back. Today isn't going to be a game where they're going to pick up any points, and probably wasn't going to be the case with Luis Garcia, but he'll be pleased to have his better players back now.
Great ball from Alves. The goalkeeper had to come a long way. Clattering challenge from Cordina to unbalance Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez is the player that gets to the ball first. He's clattered into by the goalkeeper. It's a brave challenge by Alexis Sanchez. Wasn't put off by the fact that he was going to be in a collision with a goalkeeper.
Get away with that kind of challenge if you're wearing gloves. Any other player anywhere else on the pitch, even in the penalty, that would have been a penalty. And
I think the 3-0 scoreline as well helps the case.
Here's Lionel Messi. Last week, of course, they had Moya sent off against Deportivo La Coruña. So Cordina coming in today for his first start in La Liga this season.
Certainly looks like Teo is getting ready for action.
It's a good day to give the likes of Thiago and Telio, Alexis, Son plenty of playing time. That's a change to be made by Getafe. That's Sarabia. The next break of play will come on. Still full of beans, full of running, purposeful into the area, stopped by Lopo. And 2 decent defenders as well, Alexis and Lopo. Vastly experienced, but can do little to prevent this Barcelona avalanche today. Makes a run between the two central defenders, tracked all of the way by Piqué. Now Pedro, but he can't quite reach him. Must be so frustrating for Getafe.
Jordi Alba again in each perfect pass into the path of BBVA. Great movement off the ball, real pace as well. Miguel Torres isn't aware of the run that BBVA runs in behind him. Miguel Torres is right back and he's thinking, should I go and mark Jordi Alba? It's caught between the two players in the end, does neither. We talked about the injuries to Getafe. Not too many defensive options, so many defenders injured for Getafe. This is another, just a straight swap.
The play coming on is Pablo Sarabia, yet another who started his career at Real Madrid. They signed him for €3 million here. A bit of a link-up with Real. Codina, goalkeepers at Real Madrid. Miguel Torres played almost 100 games for them. Pedro Leon, of course. He's a player that Real Madrid spent quite heavily on. Signed for €10 million from Getafe. He was back there, and Sarabia, another one who played for the Uptown club. Also going to make their second change. It's going to be Tello who's going to get some valuable playing time and experience. Playing a very high line. Caught in possession. There's Piqué. Iniesta, what can he see? 20 minutes to go at the camp there. Change for Getafe would be Alvaro, who's going to come on. Alvaro Vasquez, Spanish under-21 international, who's very highly rated. Barcelona in no great rush, conserving energy in the early afternoon sun. Barcelona lunchtime kick-off. Of course, we do have an evening offering on a Sunday. Athletic Bilbao Espanyol 6:30 start. Rayo Atletico at 8 o'clock. Monday is Betis at home against Valladolid, 8:30 on Sky Sports Extra. On Tuesday, a look back with our experts on Revista at 6 o'clock on Sky Sports 1 HD. A look back and another look ahead as well to Real Madrid and Manchester United, the game of the week in the Champions League. Coming out of the shadows will be Tello, the number 37 for Barcelona, and the number 7 for Getafe, Alvaro Vasquez. Kalunga has done a fair bit of running with very few touches of the ball. Vasquez, who scored 3 goals this season, makes him one of the leading scorers. Getafe comes on. And appreciative applause for Alexis Sanchez, who finally scored his first La Liga goal of the season. The old instincts returned. He's gone through a tough time recently. And Christian Tello, maybe the future of Barcelona, 21 years of age, is his replacement. You can play with statistics, you know, Terry, and Christian Tello got to 10 goals in his Barcelona career quicker than Lionel Messi did. Messi is one away, by the way, from 300, of course. I don't think Tello will beat him to that mark.
He's a player rich in promise, though. I think he's possibly the quickest player in the Barcelona squad. He's maturing really well. He's a player that does get quite a bit of playing time, so they have belief that he can do the job. He's only going to get better. Most of those goals have been as an impact player when he's come off the bench. I'm sure he's relishing the prospect at his side 3-0 up against the tired Getafe defence.
Here's Song. Mascherano he's clearly going to come on as well. Don't think he's doing any sun tanning down there. Lionel Messi. David Villa. Iniesta. Wanted to see if Getafe players. Just thinking, you know, it's the basketball final tonight. Sandro Rosell, the chairman of the club, will be heading off to see the Barcelona basketball team play in Vitoria in the cup final. If they play like the football team, surely they've got a bit of Harlem Globetrotters, haven't they?
Problem there certainly is with Puyol. I think Pico is notifying the bench.
I'm sure it's a precautionary measure for Carlos Puyol. They do protect him. He tends not to play back-to-back games, and he can have a rest for a week. They talk about legends. He really is a true legend. He's still very close to the peak of his powers, Carlos Puyol. And a very able replacement in the Argentinian, Javier Mascherano. Thiago. Antonio's gone to the right-hand side. They're leaving David Villa on his preferred left, where he likes to cut inside. It's a bit of a test, this, for Barcelona as well. I argue that they're slightly misshapen, making the 3 substitutions. Evens things up a bit for the final 14 minutes. Jordi Alba. Villa. If nothing else, it's a useful day's work to get Alexis and David Villa back on the score sheet.
Yeah, really important. Hopefully for Barcelona's perspective, the injury isn't too serious to Puyol. They certainly do miss him, and he's had more than his fair share of injuries over the last 12 months.
Borja has taken a blow, coming off worse than a challenge with Lionel Messi.
Still 3 subs, Getafe, as I said earlier. A lot of defensive options, the 3 changes made by Luis Garcia, been all attacking players. A whole list of injured players, though, could play in defence. So Mane, Valera, Rafa. Not got the biggest squad in La Liga, so it's really difficult when you're missing key players like Juan Rodriguez, out injured as well. Lafita, no Xavi Torres today either. So it's always going to be a difficult fixture for Luis Garcia. And have been totally outplayed. On paper at the moment, the 3-0 defeat possibly isn't as bad as it could have been. But there is plenty of time, and we know Barcelona do score late goals. Messi's due another 2 as well.
Here is Messi chasing his 300th career goal. Can he make it a special one? Well, there is the 4th for Barcelona. Telio's first touches bring the goal. First touch control, second touch of the game, finish, bang, 4-0.
It's an impudent finish, because that was meant to be a give and go. He should have been passing that back to Lionel Messi. He's a confident young man, an excellent footballer. Has that wonderful asset of extreme pace, but he can play. See there? He likes to really try and find himself in positions behind defenders. All the time there he does well. He's looking along the line, he makes sure he's not offside. Messi plays it into his feet. Messi goes for the return. Teo, great first touch, opens his body up. There's not a lot to play with there. Not room for error in terms of the finish. Right foot, curl. Cordina dies full length to his left, but it's inch perfect from Mateo.
Well, when other clubs need a new player, they go out and spend heavily, millions. Barcelona just dip into the gold mine at La Masia of the players who have been groomed for stardom. And Christian Telio is the latest one to make the graduation. 21 years of age, his 5th goal of the season. They have recently secured him to a new longer-term deal. There's a bizarrely low buyout of 10 million euros. Not that he's going to leave Barcelona for anywhere.
He's strong, he's quick, he can play as well. And I guess most importantly, he knows how to score a goal. He came into the team slightly after Cuenca, didn't he? And Cuenca has had his injury problems and then gone out on loan to Ajax for the rest of the season. And both of those players, they have outstanding youngsters. You have the likes of Thiago, who's played really well again today.
You look at him as well, he's from the same kind of gene pool as David Villa, isn't he? Similarly star player, has the speed, has the finish. Put a bit of muscle on this season as well.
Yeah, and he can play in any of those 3 attacking positions as well. You can see him playing down the middle. Because he has that instinct, he knows how to score a goal. He's an excellent finisher.
With a late whistle there. The ball had gone, but I think his interpretation was there being no advantage gained. Luis Garcia, the coach of Getafe, looks a beaten man.
We know that normally is punished with a free kick, that type of challenge from Dani Alves in La Liga. And Escudero.
Well, they get a souvenir from their trip to the Camp Nou, Getafe. This time a lot of the players have come forward, but boxed away by Valdez. Squared by Castro. Players closing down. Now they've committed a lot of players forwards here and left just one at home. Telio can't get there. That's brilliant defending. Well, maybe the coach has told his players, last 10 minutes, let's go have some fun. Earlier in the season, they were beaten by Barcelona by 4 goals to 1. Barca going for the double. Song stands his ground. What a cool tackle that was. Mascherano. The pass was good, but the legs have gone for Getafe. Half of the pitches bathed in beautiful afternoon sunshine. Families have come out in force, no doubt, and out to the parks and the tapas bars. A little stroll along La Rambla, but it's a chance, and Getafe do get that souvenir goal, and Barcelona yet again can't keep a clean sheet. Alvaro Vasquez, the Spanish under-21 international, was razor sharp when there was a lapse of concentration in the Barcelona defence.
Yeah, lapse of concentration and poor judgment from Jordi Alba. Thinks he can get away with heading it back to Victor Valdez. Self-inflicted this goal, isn't it? It's a decent line-up from the Barcelona back 4. Alvaro wasn't offside. Mascherano's got the run covered. He thinks that Jordi Alba is obviously going to deal with this. He tries to go back to his goalkeeper. Alvaro Vasquez gets there in the nick of time. It's a tidy finish from the former Espanyol striker, still very young. He'll be pleased to have scored at the Nou Camp.
Barcelona have had just 1 clean sheet now in the last 3 months in La Liga.
He's found goals hard to come by Alvaro, so he'll be pleased with that. It's just his 4th goal this season. He spent decent money on him, Getafe, signing from Espanyol. Still, as I said, a young player, just 21 years of age. Again, another player full of promise.
Oh, flag. It's very late against David Villa. It's been a long haul for David Villa to get back to his razor-sharp best. This was the Getafe goal. Certainly no suggestion of offside. Alba was lazy, and Alvaro showing sharpness.
Complacent defending, wasn't it? Alba tried to take liberties with that pass back to the goalkeeper. He got punished. You could see his fury and frustration after he made that error. Two players looking at him as well. His defensive teammates. I wonder if that would have happened if Puyol had been playing at that time, whether he would have, with communication, he would have told Jordi Alba to have done something else.
He has the discipline, doesn't he? You always see constantly communicating with his teammates when he's playing Carlos Puyol.
He would maintain as well that discipline with his teammates, and that still a relatively young player, Jordi Alba, 23. First season at Barcelona, still playing to learn in terms of the Barcelona way. His best lesson learned when you're 4-0 ahead.
Well, they share the goals around at Barcelona, but all of the strikers today have scored the goals. Like a late challenge off the ball, the referee let it go. Iniesta comes flying in, now Messi back to Iniesta. Messi asks why free kick wasn't given. It did look as though there'd been an obstruction on Iniesta. So that lady behind the goal clearly agrees. Minutes remain. Barcelona are going to move on to 62 points. It's a good one, of course, for Real Madrid on Saturday night. Preparation for Manchester United. They're only on 46. The league looks lost. Real's best chance of success may well be the Champions League. Here's Messi. Barcelona going for the triple that they managed under Pep Guardiola. Referee being pedantic. Well, Messi's now scored in 18 of his last 19 starts. 13 La Liga games in a row. It's the time this afternoon for him to get his 300th goal of his career. It's on 299. This is Son. Messi. Dani Alves teases the ball in, half cleared.
I think he's guilty at times, Dani Alves, of crossing the ball on too many occasions. Sometimes when you're crossing the ball, it's a 50-50 chance that one of your teammates is going to get on the end of it. It's a pass into the box, what Barcelona often do, and by all means get it into the 18-yard box and find the player.
Alves. Messi. Villa. Bit of invention. Here and Messi do seem to be combining again.
Yep, I think they have done all game and in recent games as well, and the two of them have played together. There was a storm in the teacup earlier on in the season. They had one particular argument. Of course, it was picked up because of the high-profile nature of the club and the players involved. Guarantee you players argue at every club right across the land.
Free header! Oh, should have been a fifth. Should have been Messi's 300th. We'll put it off maybe for another week.
But, you can't say now, can we, that Messi doesn't normally score this type of header, because he can. He's shown he's capable of. He's unmarked. It's the perfect cross. Gets in between the defenders. And again, he tries to be precise. He's at the post. He's had a few near misses. Just the one goal so far for Lionel Messi. As you said, though, the 13th game on the trot in the league that he scored.
Jordi Rura, like anybody in charge at Barcelona, Guardiola at Villanova, exacting. That's why they are this machine. Like Manchester United, they were wounded by not winning the league last year. They've come back even stronger. It's Iniesta. Alba flies down that left-hand side. Interception from Miguel Torres. Two of their Getafe players looking up at the stadium clock, willing the referee to put them out of their misery and blow the whistle. Messi, is there more damage to be done here by Lionel Messi? Well, there's damage for Barcelona, it's their 5th. And Messi repays Iniesta. Iniesta's created 2, and now he's scored 1. A fantastic 5 for Barcelona.
Yeah, it's a fitting finish to the game as well. Not only another goal for Barcelona, but the man of the match for me. Tops off a superb individual performance with a fine goal, fine finish. And a fine end to the game for Barcelona in this early kick-off. Lionel Messi tries to weave his magic. The ball breaks loose. There's a challenge from the Getafe defender, Escudero. Falls kindly for Andres Iniesta. It's an impeccable finish. No chance for Cadena from that range against that player. Been a brilliant performance from Barcelona, and in particular Iniesta.
There are 1 or 2 midfielders doing well in their respective leagues around the world, but I think we're safe in saying that Iniesta is probably the best midfield player in the world.
Yeah, and recognised, I think, as well, by neutral supporters, footballers around the world. Gifted footballer. Good sportsman as well. An excellent example for young players to look at.
I was just looking at his CV there, you know, World Cup winner, scored a winning goal in the World Cup. Do you know what? More interestingly, never ever been sent off, Andres Iniesta. Now Thiago, they might sneak in the 6th goal in this 2 minutes of stoppage time. Telio, they've allowed Piqué to go into attack. Dani Alves. Flag stays down, and Piqué scores the 6th. Well, it was worth hanging around for Gerard Piqué. Barcelona waning? I think not.
I spoke too soon, didn't I? Saying it was a fitting finale to the game that Iniesta scored the final goal. Piqué shows how easy it is to score for Barcelona. In injury time, he thinks, I'm going to go up for a couple of minutes, see if I can get on the end of a chance. Thiago makes a run. Demoralised the Getafe defence, allow Thiago to break the offside trap. Unselfish play from Thiago, taps it to Piqué, rolls it in the back of the net.
Well, they've scored a few 5s this season, but it's the first time they've managed to score 6 goals in a game. It may have been an early kick-off, but at high noon, it was a Barcelona shootout and a masterclass from Barcelona. They end up 6-1 successes.